People will look at this table and say, I think they're lying. There's no way she's not doing any credit cards. She's not borrowing any money. There's no way they paid off $100,000 in just 12 months. Then let's go deeper. People watching this will say, you know, the average minority doesn't even make $60,000 in a household income. Minorities cannot get ahead. We cannot do this. For those watching, what would you say to those who question minorities actually being able to win in the area of finances?
I would say they're selling themselves short.
Okay.
And it's easy to make excuses. I mean, I've heard so many excuses on our debt-free journey of why people can't do certain things.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't make enough money. I have kids at home.
I'm a single parent.
That's a big one. I'm single in general, and you need a spouse to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And all of those are myths. We created $66,000 in extra income on our debt-free journey in our first year. First year. So when we say we paid off $104,000 in 12 months, during our first year, we made $66,000 in additional income. And that's because we worked 5 jobs.
Wow.
5 jobs. My wife was averaging 72 hours a week.
Worked 94 one time. Come on.
She had...
Wait.
So she averaged 72, but she had weeks when she was working 90 to 94 hours in 1 week.
So why? Like, and I'm just asking the question, thinking of someone watching.
Yeah.
Why is the wife, the woman, putting in all this work?
Right.
When some would say, he should be putting in all this work, but y'all were like, we're going to do this thing together.
Right.
And you stepped up. Why?
Yeah. So I think going back to our why and our vision for our marriage, even before we got married, we sat down and we came up with the vision of our marriage, what we want our marriage to look like. And if we stayed focused on that why, like I had to work, he worked too. I mean, he worked every single day. He worked every single holiday, every single Saturday.
Holidays?
Every single holiday.
I think one year I worked every holiday but Christmas.
Right.
Wow.
And I worked Saturdays. Wow. So you can imagine working. She was working 3 jobs. I had 2 jobs, working 6 days a week, 13 weeks in a row, just working 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And so not being able to take that money and use it, choosing not to do that and put it all towards debt was hard. But you got to choose your heart. So being broke is hard. Paying off debt is hard. You got to choose your heart at the end of the day. So we can come up with so many excuses as to why minorities can't do certain things, but we're selling ourselves short. The possibilities are endless for what we can do. And I think over the past couple of years, I mean, when you look at the stats with what Black women in general have been able to do, like it's amazing. And so I think the sky is the limit for that. And I think we should start, taking more action and stop making excuses.
That's good.
Boy, y'all hitting on something, man. I'm trying to be careful in where I go, you know what I'm saying? Because I think sometimes we make excuses rather than say, you know what, here's what I'm going to do, and just be willing to go through some speed bumps to get there.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel as if sometimes we play the culture game rather than sit here and say, you know what, hey, I can win. And oftentimes I'm accused, well, you work with Dave Ramsey, a white man, so of course it's easy for you. No, it's not. I had to work to get here myself. And I'm still working in here for the income that I have. So it's like, but I was like you. I had a vision. And my vision was before I got married, I want to make sure that I am financially healthy and I am debt-free. Now, whoever I marry, hopefully she's debt-free. You know what I'm saying? But if she ain't, then I'm back in debt. And we're going to grind, too, to pay off her debt. But I'll never forget, man. I would just never forget watching my mom and my stepfather grow up. They never had a wedding. My mom didn't have a ring for her first 2-3 years.
Wow.
We never went on family vacations. We never went to Disney World or Disneyland. We never went out of the state for a family getaway. If we went out of the state, it was to see a grandma, granddad, because somebody was sick.
That's how I grew up.
Not because we just went to get away with the family. Holidays, my mom worked like you, 3-4 jobs, just to make sure we had a decent Christmas, not a dope Christmas.
Right.
Just like make sure we had some gifts. And I said, I don't want that for me and my family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't afford to get in my future with my family and tell my kids, no, I can't get you a pair of shoes because of the poor decisions I made in my 20s and my 30s. I just can't afford to do that.